So I'm sure you've all heard of a website called Twitter. If you haven't, then where have you been? But for the 0.00001% of you who for some reason haven't heard of Twitter, basically it's a social networking website, kind of like Facebook but slightly different and more fun, where you can post status updates whenever you want, pretty much like Facebook. And I joined Twitter back in the summer of 2008, I think it was, simply because a YouTuber, I think it was Charlie So Cool, like mentioned it on one of his videos, and I just thought why not join it, because it was in the summer holidays and I was bored, so I was like, why not register to a new website. So yeah, I just decided to join Twitter just to see what all the fuss is about. I don't think very many people had Twitter at the time. I didn't actually use it for anything. I think I just put like maybe one status or tweet saying, oh, I've just joined Twitter or something lame like that. It wasn't until about 6 months later in April 2009 that I actually became a Twitter addict. And the main reason for me becoming so addicted to Twitter was basically in 2009, Tom from McFly joined Twitter. And obviously I was extremely excited about this, and I was like, oh my god, Tom from McFly's on Twitter, I need to tweet more and like tweet him every day so he can, tweet me back or whatever. Needless to say, that plan didn't really work because in the space of about like 3 days he got like 70,000 followers, so obviously it was really hard for him to see all the tweets, so yeah, I kind of gave up on that idea after a while. But I still started using Twitter regularly from then on. And over the past like 2 years of me being on Twitter, I've come across some really pointless tweets. And I think anyone who has Twitter has come across these pointless tweets at some point about their Twitter experience. I think everyone has, really. And in all fairness, some of my tweets are quite pointless sometimes, so I don't want to be a hypocrite and say, oh my god, I hate pointless tweets. But trust me, some of these tweets that I'm talking about are like just completely pointless. Now I personally, in my experience, I've noticed 3 different types of very pointless tweets. The first ones are when people just constantly tweet about their very sad, depressing lives. It's like people who have just sucky lives and they feel the need to tweet about how much they hate their lives and how depressed they are, and fair enough if every once in a while you're depressed about something and you want to tweet about it so you can maybe talk to some of your friends and blah blah, but to like continuously, like every single day, tweet about how much you hate your life and how horrible your life is, it's like, why would anyone even want to read that? I mean, I follow people like that and I can't really bring myself to unfollow them because I don't know, I'd feel guilty if I unfollowed them, and some of them I actually know, so I can't unfollow them. And to be honest, I do actually find some of the tweets quite amusing, but I do actually feel sad for them as well sometimes. But seriously, why would you want to share your depression on Twitter all the time? It's like, I would never do that. I just don't get it, really. People who follow depressing people on Twitter, it just makes them depressed as well, so what's the point? I mean, people sometimes tweet things like, oh my god, I hate this day, it's such an awful day, or I can't bloody take this anymore. Or even this, listen to this, get out of my life, I hate you. It's like, what's the point of it? I mean, I suppose if you occasionally, have a bad day and you want to tweet about it, that's fine. Everyone has their bad days every once in a while, but to be constantly just depressed on Twitter is just, to me, just weird. But yeah, why would you just constantly want to talk about sad things? Then you have people who feel the need to tell their whole life story on Twitter. So basically, every single thing they do in their day, no matter how insignificant that is, they feel the need to tweet about it. I mean, you have people tweeting things like, I'm watching TV now, or I'm brushing my teeth. Seriously, I have seen people tweet things like that. I'm having a bath. It's like, why is that information important? For God's sake, no one cares. Keep things like that to yourself, seriously. That's pretty much like posting a tweet on Twitter saying, I'm breathing. No way. But honestly, in a weird way, they do make me laugh. I do find them quite entertaining, tweets like that. Just really completely pointless tweets like that. They make me laugh. But the most pointless ones, and these aren't even really that funny, are when people tweet about how they've just unfollowed a few people on Twitter. You get tweets like, oh, I just unfollowed 5 people from my Twitter because they were being really annoying. You're the one being annoying right now, not them. I mean, seriously, these unfollowing tweets are probably the most pointless tweets in the history of Twitter. I genuinely just don't understand them. I mean, I unfollow people all the time. Okay, maybe not all the time. I follow quite a lot of people and I very rarely unfollow people, but I do sometimes, maybe like every once in a while, like maybe once every few months, go through the list of people I follow, and if there's anyone I don't really care much about anymore, or I just don't really talk to anymore, I just unfollow them. It's usually celebrities I unfollow because, yeah, maybe have lost interest in them, I don't really care about them anymore, so I just unfollow them, no offense. But I never feel the need to tweet about it or say like, That's the thing. Like, why would I want to tweet about how I've just unfollowed a few people? Why? It's like, seriously, why would you tweet that? No one cares. It's not like your followers are all gonna have memorized how many people you follow, and they're all gonna go back on your Twitter profile and look at the people you follow and think, oh look, she's following 5 fewer people now. Oh my god, that's so interesting. No. No one cares about that, but at the same time, so many people do it. I can't actually tell you how many times I've come across people who tweet things like, oh, I've just unfollowed a few people. Oh, I mean, genuinely, there is no reason for you to go and announce to the whole Twitter that you've just unfollowed a few people. I mean, the only reason I can think of for why people would do this is that for some reason people think that they're important enough that people would actually care about this information. But in all honesty, people like that just come across as very, very arrogant and completely unfriendly. Because when you unfollow people, there is absolutely no reason, no point for you to go and tweet about it. I mean, fair enough, if it's a specific person that you've been following for a while, and after you've been maybe following them for a while, you realise that their tweets are actually really rude and they're quite offensive, and maybe they're just, their tweets are getting to you a bit. Fair enough, maybe you want to tweet about that specific username, you can actually put their username on your Twitter, say, oh, I've just unfollowed this person because this person's very rude and their ideas are just stupid, so that your followers can avoid that person if they want to. That's informative. I mean, that can actually help people in a way, I guess. But when you say, oh, I've just unfollowed a few people, pointless. I suppose you could argue that Twitter as a whole, as a website, is quite pointless, and yeah, I guess that is quite true. I mean, my tweets usually consist of my thoughts on theatre, my celebrity crushes on people like Jedward and Westlife, and how boring I find revisions. So yeah, just regular boring stuff like that. I'm not saying by any means that I'm an interesting tweeter, I'm not. But, you know, there are people who tweet even more pointless stuff than I do, so yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this if you want in the comments. Or you can maybe even let me know what the most pointless tweet you've seen ever so far is in the comments if you want as well. That would be quite interesting, I think. Also, since we're on the subject of Twitter, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is just twitter.com/samforgod, like my username, except no, it's actually with an O instead of a 0. I'm going to put the link in the description thing below. I mean, I usually almost always follow people back, so yeah, it'd be nice to like maybe talk to you on Twitter if you want. I like talking, making new friends, talking to people, so do that if you want to. And yeah, I shall see you some other time soon, hopefully. I don't know when the next video will be, but yeah, bye!